Daryl Craft do 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 Daryl Craft do 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 Dare I lost it. Fuck. I got La Croix.
Oh, I should get a drink too, huh?
Do
Is
you
that
not
okay?
do you not have one?
I mean, it's right here. I just have to bend over and get it.
Yeah, you should get one. I got water and La Croix.
I'm in my office, so I can just get a drink whenever I want.
Oh, that's fucking cool. He's doing green screen stuff. Like he's using the green screen. Yeah. Anyways, we'll get into all of that. It's very cool. He was telling me about it before chroma key, right?
I don't know. I have my assistant do it, but
He's joking too, but this is part of his humor. This is part of internet kind of humor. Okay. Have my assistant do it. Jeffrey. And you say it, and then it's like, oh, hang on. This is kind of a funny sketch.
yeah. Okay.
It's like you say it's Jeffrey, but then later on you're like, Jennifer, and you say, didn't you say it was Jeffrey? And you say, sorry, my amnesia medicine's here, or yeah.
I have amnesia.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Heidely, no. Well, okay. Heidely ho. No, I was right to say no.
Thirsty.
La Croix.
Yeah. Hey, I got one too. If that's okay with you, I got one too.
What kind?
This is black raspberry, RAZZ. So it's a little bit fun.
Yeah, I never even heard of that one. I stick with the standard flavors. I'm kind of a meat, potatoes, kind of traditional kind of flavors kind of guy. Okay, here we go.
You're drinking meat and potatoes, LaCroix?
This is one part of his humor.
Meat and turkey gravy, mashed potatoes, baked potatoes with butter.
It would probably be beef. It would probably be beef. For being fair, it would probably be beef. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Craft Cast. I'm your host, Daryl Comedy Craft, and I'm here today to talk about an important aspect of being a stand-up comedian, and that is your presence online. And I'm not talking about, it's not Christmas. Is that?
Very good. Yeah, I was going to hit that. Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. Studying up. And I'm joined today by a specialist and he's going to help me today to start a Twitter account. And he's on Twitter, and his name on Twitter is what should I call you? Jesse Farrar, or should I call you Bronze Hammer? On Twitter is your name.
Just my first and last name is fine, yeah.
But which one's that? Is it Jesse Farrar or Bronze Hammer? Is your first name Bronze and last name Hammer? Is that what you say? Hang on, I have a whole thing on it. Hang on.
Yeah.
Is that what you call say to your cousins? Do you say, "Hey, cousin, call me Bronze Hammer," or do they call you that on their own?
I'm not in contact with my cousins.
Probably because they're who wants to be in contact with a cousin named Bronze Hammer. It honestly in this day and age, it would be one thing if it was the Gilded Age or whatever. Right. I don't know. I just heard about that on the Met Gala.
Yeah, if it was the Gilded Age, that would be one thing for sure.
To be called Bronze Hammer, people would be like strength, affinity, But nowadays, it's like people hear Bronze Hammer and they're like nerd. Internet comedy is important for stand-up comedians since the beginning of stand-up. Well, no, stand-up came before Twitter.
Right.
Yeah. So what is your specialty? And hang on, I have some stuff to say here. It says Bronze Hammer. Do you ask? Yeah. Do you ask your cousins to call you that?
Right.
Twitter is an important tool, much like your Bronze Hammer. And that I was meaning to touch on that earlier on to sort of make the correlation and the connection that your Bronze Hammer was you had bronzed your
my penis. Yeah, it's
Where'd you come up with that name though? If we can be serious for a second, if I can do journalism for a second, and just for a second, because they don't allow me to do these podcasts for very long, for whatever reason. So where did you come?
Who doesn't? Who doesn't allow you to do it?
The channel. So how did you come up with that name? What were you on? What were you on?
So I'm clean and sober. First of all, just to get that out of the way. So I'm sort of a sober Twitter comedian. So
Nerd alert. And this is not nerd alert. Oh, my name is Bronzehammer and I'm sober. Okay. We're trying to learn about. Oh no, I was asking you how you started your how you came up with your name.
Right. Yeah. So I guess the thing I'll answer that. I'll answer that question with another question.
No, don't. How dare you answer my question with a question? I could fucking crawl through the fucking screen and fucking rip your head off if you next time you do that. Answer my fucking question with an answer. That's why it's called answering it. When did you get into Twitter, and what is it? What do you think is the best tool that it is used for?
So I'm gonna actually answer your question with a question.
Oh no! There's a dog that's barking like outside of my place right now. It's really distracting.
Right.
Get control of it.
Yeah.
I'm all for having a pet. Just keep control of it.
So one username you might consider is @a_barking_dog.
That would be taken, obviously. My username's going to be Daryl Kraft. I mean, I think that if it's taken, then it'll be Daryl Kraft comedian Daryl Kraft. It'll be something along those lines. It'll be something to let people know. Stand-up comedian Daryl Kraft touring stand-up comedian. Something to let people know who I am and what I am. And that's why I'm so fucking pissed off, and I want to fucking understand and get to the bottom of this fucking name of yours, because it doesn't tell anybody shit. So that's what pisses me off. It to me it's like what are you hiding at that point? What are you hiding about yourself?
That's a really good question. I'm going to answer that with an answer.
Okay.
Okay. So what?
This is something I learned from the internet, and I'm gonna use it right now to impress you. You had me on the first part. So you also have a podcast.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Can I come on?
We don't actually do a ton of guests on the show. We don't do. We'll have to see with that though, for sure.
I think I'd be good on it. I've seen this Kickstarter that sucked shit, okay? So it was for this. There was this lady who had some disease or something, and she was like, "I need some money."
We haven't done a lot of those. We haven't done a lot of the ones where a lady has a disease or whatever. And sometimes it's just like a product, or like a kind of cheese or something. So yeah.
Hang on a second. God damn it! I got something in my nose. It's fucked up. Come on, get it. But I need to know, how do I start a Twitter? Literally.
Oh yeah. Well, first you'll need an email address. So do you have one of those?
Oh, hang on. Slow down.
I mean, is there a place you get mail?
No.
You don't get mail.
Nope.
So like, if I wanted to send you something, how would I send it to you?
Come find me. What's a retweet?
Okay. So a retweet is when you see something that you really like.
Okay, so I got it, like titty pic. And that was my next question for you. And I think this is an important question for building a Twitter audience, building a Twitter following, trying to build up some fanfare surrounding my career using Twitter. If I see a very sexy, big-bosomed cam girl.
Okay.
And she posts up, for example, "Good morning" to my followers. And she posts a photo, and it's like, it's not a nude, but it's very suggestive.
We call those lewds. Those are called lewds.
Lewds.
Yeah.
That was called something else when I was a kid.
Well,
that was meant something else.
Truth is, they should make these kind of lewds illegal too, from the way they derail my morning when I'm trying to get some fucking work done.
I agree with you. It's a serious problem for me.
Big problem. Yeah.
So my question for you is, when I see a photo like that and I see her and she says, "Good morning" to my followers, how do I what is a perfect reply to say to her so she knows that I'm a good guy. I'm a cool guy. I'll give her I'll give her a good life. I'll show her a lot of love, and I have a lot of affection for her. Is there a good way to let her know that and have me stand out from some of the other guys who are replying, these reply guys?
Well, I think the thing you said right there, I want to touch on that. You said the other guys. How do I stand out from the other guys? So you know already, and this is a huge part of the battle, is you know already that there are going to be other people replying, right? So you
Well, there
already
are going to be other people replying, but the thing is,
yeah.
it's me against them, and I'll go basically toe to toe with any of these scrubs. I don't want no scrubs. A scrub is a guy who can't get no head from me.
Yeah.
It's one thing, it's like, yes, I understand there's competition,
Okay.
but do they understand there's competition? That's another thing. Do they understand there's competition?
Yeah, it's not clear what a lot of those guys understand.
Oh, the LaCroix make Daddy a little gassy.
Yeah, take it easy on those things.
I can't.
Oh, are you having a lot of them?
A lot of vagina. Hello, nice to meet you. I'm a lot of vagina. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I would tweet, I think. You don't have a very good answer as far as what I could say to a beautiful cam girl, just to let her know that I'm very sweet and that I'll give her a great life, and that I will let her know how beautiful she is every morning, and I will hang on. It's fucking LaCroix, man. The LaCroix are honestly, they're kicking my ass. Hey, LaCroix, you want to sign up for the UFC? You're kicking my ass today.
Yeah, they got you an arm bar over there, huh?
I know. What the fuck are you talking about? So, I know a lot of famous comedians have their DMs open. So that's a big thing too. I was thinking on for joining Twitter would be really fun is you can then have a direct communication, and even the ones who don't have it, you could reply to them enough times. I'm guessing that it'll probably they'll figure it out at some point. You get the message to them, right? So it is kind of a good communication tool. You can reach out to some very famous comedians you could never talk to otherwise. Yeah.
That was a question you were asking me just then.
Yeah. Well, they all have to be. That's a thing on in my contract that I gotta. It's
It sounded like you were just telling me something.
Anti-diatribe clause that they put in that it states that everything I say has to be a question. So I sort of at the end of it, I kind of say like, yeah, and then it sort of turns into a question.
You have an anti-diatribe clause. It's a good thing it's not an anti-diarrhea clause, or you'd really be out on your ass.
How come?
From some of the stuff I had heard about your recent performances in which you have diarrhea.
When I ship my, that's not, and I want to be clear about this because you're trying to slander me right now, and so I want to be clear. He's trying to make it seem like this guy is trying to make it seem like I was on stage and all of a sudden had an accident and was shit my pants and made a fool of myself. That's not what happened at all. It's part of my act, and if you've seen it, I do it at a lot of my shows. So it's not it's a statement on like
what would it be even?
The state of everything. So
very cool.
Let's go through some different celebrities, and we'll say if they had their DMs open, what would we send them as a good sort of either introduction or joke or whatever? Zac Efron, if he had his DMs open, what are we saying to him? What are we opening with him? I got one, but you go ahead first. But I got one. Do you want me to go?
No, well, I guess what I need from you is what's the aim? What's the goal of DMing Zac Efron? What are you trying
To
to
be his
accomplish?
friend. To be
Okay.
good, close friends with him in his inner circle, hang out with him at parties, get invited to his birthday party. You bring him a present, and it's fucking so much more badass than anybody else's present. That in all of his friends that he's had for a long time, he's kind of like, holy fuck, man, this guy I had just fucking met 2 years ago, and he knows me better than you. And
Yeah.
it's like now all of a sudden you're so tight, and
You met him 2 years ago? You're saying 2 years from now you will be.
yeah, 2 years from now, I've never met him.
I would say, what's his full? Do you have his full name?
Zac Efron.
But does he have a middle name? And is his name Zachariah or Zachary or something like that?
I don't know, man. Oh, you're getting bogged down in the details. It's pretty simple. This is the message you send him. This is simple. You send him. You say, "Hey, I'm your neighbors too."
Okay. Because he was in the film Neighbors too.
I think so. I think so. Mina Severi.
Okay. First place I'm going to start is, what is her full legal name?
I don't know. I don't know. You're misunderstanding the angle. I think you just want to impress him with your humor. You want to impress him with your humor.
Well, if their name's funny, then you can use that.
Yeah.
Like, let's go back to Zac Efron for a second.
No.
I don't know what his legal name is.
Yeah.
If his name is
okay, I'm fucking looking it up. You're such a problem guest. You're honestly the biggest problem guest I've had. You're my second guest and your biggest problem. I had just guy Joe on last week, and he was fucking famous, and he was less disrespectful than you. I mean, I don't think he was having a good time, but okay. His name is Zachary David Alexander Efron. Well, okay.
That's perfect.
That's perfect. Okay, so what do you say? Now you know that, so let's hear it.
I would say Zachary David Alexander Efron. You have the absolutely fucking perfect name, and then see if that opens any doors for you, because he probably doesn't. He probably doesn't hear that a lot.
The only thing you're saying
you have the most fucking perfect name I've ever seen in my life. Zachary David Alexander. You could say that to him, and he would go. But so first of all, he sees the message. He says, first of all, he says, I don't know who this person is. Wait a minute, they're using my full legal name. Okay, maybe I do know this person. And then the third thing he says, well, they say my name is perfect. Wow, they must already be my friend or should be my friend. And then then you just got to buy the present and you're good.
It says on Zoom that we're running out of time on the meeting because I didn't pay for to remove the 40-minute time limit. How about LeBron James?
LeBron James. Okay. What do we know about LeBron James?
Basketball.
Very good.
Okay, so you never told me I gotta get an email to start a Twitter because we're running out of time here. They make me stop in like very, very soon. They make me stop in like fucking 3 minutes and I can't do any longer. So
you want me to send you the money?
For what?
To get more Zoom time on the call?
No, it's not about that. I'm telling you, even before the 10 minutes are up, we have to end the interview. It's in my contract. I'm not allowed to go over a certain amount of time with the guests.
Right.
They think it reflects poorly or whatever on the channel. Okay. So what about if... Now, this is going to be a controversial one.
That's fine.
What about if Jared Fogler had his DMs open? Or Fogel, I meant.
Because you're wearing the Subway shirt.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, that's actually, yes. Okay, scrap that.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein. I love Subway sandwiches. I hate Jared Fogle, okay? Love the sandwiches, hate the Fogle, okay? Listen, I am tired of the fact that because I walk around wearing my Subway shirt, that people all of a sudden start saying, "Oh, you like Jared Fogle." No, I think he's despicable. I just love the sandwiches. I love the bread. I love the meats. I love the veggies.
Well, okay, so let me ask you this. So if you finally figure out how to get the Twitter account going and you have open DMs and Jared Fogle DMs you and says, "Hey, Daryl."
Blocked. Oh, I guess I'll be going on Blocked Party because I got a block story for you and it's a fucking doozy.
You want to go on Block Party?
Well, just imagine if the story was I blocked Jared Fogle because he was trying to reach out to be friends with me because I walked around wearing a Subway shirt all the time. Yeah, I'm thinking
you want to go on the show?
that's episode of the year. I'm thinking. Okay. So
I can put you in touch with the guys who do the show if you want to go on.
I don't want to be in touch with anybody of these internet guys. Okay, they made me do this thing with you. I know how to fucking start a Twitter account. You go and you start an email. You pay for an email. You encrypt a lot of the email software, and then you password protect it, and then you post it on pretty sure RSS. So, but
you don't need me.
They wanted me to talk to you because they're like, oh yeah, he's got an internet audience. He knows all the internet stuff, and so anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this was Bronze Hammer, fucking 30-year-old man named Bronze Hammer.
Yeah, well, so my name is Jesse. Yeah, thanks for having me on. That was fun.
Yeah, for who? Daryl Craft do Daryl Craft do I lost it. Fuck.